It's time, gamers. Mario time. So back in February, Nintendo opened Super Nintendo World at Universal Hollywood. Every summer, I go out to California to visit my family, so I wondered if I could go to Super Nintendo World during a couple of days over that time. So I specifically avoided looking at any videos of the rides or anything because I wanted to go in and blind, which is a good strategy for playing video games, but not a very good strategy for planning theme park trips. Nonetheless, I was determined to go in as blind as possible. But in order to even go to Super Nintendo World, we need to do the one thing that all Nintendo fans are afraid to do. That's right, we need to go outside. So, this video is basically just going to be me going over my experiences and my review of Super Nintendo World. You know, many months after everyone else made their video on it. The clips probably won't be in chronological order, and we aren't professional videographers, so if you ever get the finger in front of the camera, or like a bad angle or something, I'm sorry. Of course, since the park was in Universal, we had to come in contact with an ancient enemy. That's right! The she-devil herself has reared her ugly head! And you know we had to do something about that shit. Unfortunately, Universal is a family-friendly venue, so I couldn't say the choice words I've been wanting to say for a while now, but this will have to do. Alright, we're 2.5 minutes into the video. Let's actually enter Nintendo World now. Play the funny sound! They play the funny sound! That's the sound from the video game! And the first thing I had to know when I got there was... Oh, we have to see. We have to know. We have to know. Yeah, it does the thing! Of course, the first thing we needed was a band. The character you choose determines the team you're on, so the character you choose is important. The bands also act as amiibo, which would be cool if I still played Smash, but I don't, so I just picked my favorite character. And of those characters there, I picked the GOAT, Toad. Okay, let's talk about the areas, because I love the design of this area. It really does feel like the Mushroom Kingdom has come to life, with several parts and iconography from the series.
Super Mario in real life.
It being an enclosed area with the background from the new Soup series really helps it feel like we've entered the Mushroom Kingdom. Even all the things like the bathroom, the doors, the lights are all Mario themed. It really felt like Nintendo's version of Disneyland that I dreamed of as a kid. Hell, it was even as if I was in a location of my childhood, minus, the crowds. To use the buzzword, it really makes you feel like Mario. Even if the lines are long, it's a lot of fun to look around and just see what you can recognize from the series. It's a real Wojak moment, to be honest. I do have a few complaints, mostly about the size of the area. I wish it was a lot bigger, as it gets very crowded very quickly, and you feel cramped just walking around. I get it's a popular place, but you'd have no idea how fucking crowded it is. Of course, the park wouldn't be complete without music. The park has its own soundtrack, which are new arrangements of music found throughout the Mario series that fit where you are. For example, Bowser's Castle music plays in Bowser's Castle, and so on and so forth. It's a real Wojak moment for me when I recognize the exact song that's playing from what game, because I'm that much of a fucking nerd. They're playing the Mario Kart Wii menu theme. That's my goat. That's my goat. The nostalgia's kicking in. Mario Kart Wii was literally the first game I ever played in my life, ever. And I was fully expecting them to use the Mario Kart 8 music, so hearing this was a really welcome surprise. There's songs from many games throughout the mainline and Mario Kart series, and like in our Mario movie review, we're gonna name them all. Or at least the ones I caught. Ground theme, Super Mario Bros. Underground theme, Super Mario Bros. Athletic theme, Super Mario Bros. 3. Airship theme, Super Mario Bros. 3. Athletic theme, Super Mario World. Castle theme, Super Mario World. Ending theme, Super Mario World. Bomb on Battlefield, Super Mario 64. Inside the Castle Wall, Super Mario 64. Piranha Plant's Lullaby, Mario 64. Delfino Plaza, Super Mario Sunshine. Comet Observatory, Super Mario Galaxy. Gusty Garden Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy. Good Egg Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy. Puzzle Plank Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Flipsville Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Main theme, Yoshi's Story. Main theme, Yoshi's New Island. Overworld theme, New Super Mario Bros. It's missing the ba-bas, which seems criminal. Overworld theme, New Super Mario Bros. U. Underwater theme, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Main theme, Super Mario Maker. Menu theme, Mario Kart Wii. Main theme, Mario Kart 8. 3DS Piranha Plant Slide, Mario Kart 8. Dolphin Shoals, Mario Kart 8. Twisted Mansion, Mario Kart 8. Cloud Top Cruise, Mario Kart 8. Bowser's Castle, Mario Kart 8. N64 Rainbow Road, Mario Kart 8. Castle theme, Super Mario 3D Land. World 1 map theme, Super Mario 3D World. Super Bell Hill, Super Mario 3D World. Ghost House theme, Super Mario 3D World. And Piranha Plaza from Super Mario Odyssey. That being said, when you're waiting outside in the line, the music does get a bit annoying. Like, the Mario theme song is a great song, don't get me wrong, but when you're waiting for an hour in a line, it does start to get a bit annoying when it's played on loop. Nintendo World also contains many secrets to find with your band. It's fun to explore and search for different things, hitting blocks and collecting stamps. Oh right, did I mention that this is a giant game? By hitting blocks, playing games, and collecting coins in Mario Kart, you get lots of coins. You can then look at the leaderboard on the app and see how you're doing. You can see how everyone with a certain type of wristband is doing in an hourly challenge, or you can compare yourself individually. On the second day, when I showed up early, I easily got first place, but it was taken from me as the day went on. Still though, I'm gonna show the screenshot to flex. In case you're wondering, by the end of the day, I was at like 12. There's one thing that apparently contains a lot of secrets and Easter eggs, and that's these binoculars that use AR. Unfortunately, it was broken the days I was there, which is unfortunate because there's apparently a ton of Easter eggs you can find by looking through, including Rosalina and the Pikmin. What wasn't broken, however, were the minigames. How Nintendo World works is that you need to win 3 out of the 4 minigames in order to unlock the fight against Bowser Jr. Of course, each of these minigames also have lines, and if you lose, that's back to the start of the line with you. The minigames themselves aren't anything special. I mean, they're fun, but they're just small minigames. If anything, they feel like Mario Party minigames IRL, something to distract from just walking around the park. They were fun, I enjoyed it a lot, but they clearly aren't the highlight. The first minigame I played was this one with the Piranha Plant. You can't see from this angle, but you've got to hit the clocks when they start ringing to keep the plant asleep. With the large group I was paired with, it was easy, but I imagined it'd be much harder solo. Honestly, the most interesting thing about this ride is that they've played Piranha Plant's Lullaby from 64. The second minigame was this crank game. You've got to turn the crank fast enough to make the Goomba fall. It was easy, which is when I realized this park is clearly for kids first, but mainly for everyone, just like a Mario game. The third minigame was this one with the Koopa, where you just have to hit the power block with the right timing to make the shell go up. Again, it's baby easy. The final and hardest minigame was this swamp minigame, which I had to go into solo. You had to turn all of the blue panels yellow like in Mario Galaxy, but some of the panels just changed other panels, and doing it as one person was very difficult, which also made it the most fun of the 4 minigames. Once you win in 3 of the 4 minigames, however, you get access to the fight against Bowser Jr. However, you can only do it once before you have to get all the keys again, which kinda sucks because of how long the lines are. I really liked the line for this ride. It's got brand new art of Junior, as well as a bunch of Junior's toys, and this really cute intro in the scribble art style. The whole place really just fits Bowser Jr. as a character. The minigame itself uses this unique idea of using the shadows as the player. It kind of reminded me of an Xbox Kinect game. You've got to swat away bomb-bombs, duck under bullet bills, grab power-ups by jumping, and throw fireballs at enemies. It's a fun mini-game that gets hectic at times. It's really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, before we get to the main attraction, there's other things I want to touch on. First, the characters. The lines for the character meet and greets are very long. I usually don't like these meet and greets because it's just a guy in a costume, which I don't think is worth the hour-plus long wait time. But my friend really wanted me to take a picture with Toad, so, here.
No? Oh, okay.
Well, what's the point of having Toad if you can't touch that mushroom head? Massive universal L if you ask me. Anyway, here's the picture. Merch time! There's so much merch and so little money to spend. It's mostly filled with stuff that you'd expect to be at a Mario theme park. You've got your plaques, shirts, hats, lanyards, magnets, and plushies.
So, imagine going out in the hat and the pants, the full drip here.
Hey, merch haul. I got this Goomba hat. It's funny. And then I got this Shy Guy plush keychain that I'm gonna put on my bag that I go to school next to my Mr. Mew plush. And then I got this Super Nintendo World ID holder. So I'm probably gonna put that on my luggage. But that's what I got. That's the merch haul from Super Nintendo World. Yeah. The thing I mainly wanted was the funny Goomba hat. On to the Toadstool Cafe. Having Toad at the start is cool, even if him speaking in full sentences kind of surprised me.
I can't believe he speaks full sentences. This is the most work Toad VA has done in their entire life as this character. So, welcome back to my food review channel. The first thing I got here was this 1-Up mushroom cup, or as I like to call it, the 1 cup. I just got water because nothing on the menu really appealed to me, but it's some good water. And the whole purpose of this was me getting the cup. He's been shaved bald. He's bald now.
The ambience of the Toadstool Cafe is really good. You can hear an entire medley of different Mario songs from throughout the series. It's really nice and cozy seeming. The entire cafe's got these screens where you can just watch the Toads cook food for you, or just walk around Toad Town. Occasionally, though, the entire room darkens as Bowser's airship attacks all the Toads, firing bullets across the screens as the Toads run for cover. I unfortunately didn't record my initial reaction to it, but this caught me totally by surprise, more than anything else in the park.
Welcome back to my food review channel. Today we're trying the Mario burger. I got it without lettuce or without tomato, but I did get it with the mushrooms. I don't normally eat mushrooms, but because we're in Mario Land, we need to try mushrooms, you know? I like it. It's definitely a fast food burger, but it's like not a high quality burger, but it's still really good. A burger's a burger.
Alright, we're trying out the fries next.
Again, it's not MasterChef quality, but it's fries, so it's good.
Okay, but now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, Mario Kart. First of all, let me just say, without the Express Pass, the line is 3 hours. But that does let you take in some of the scenery, and let me just say, this is amazing and totally part of the Nintendo World experience. Again, it just feels like you've entered Bowser's Castle. Every part of the line is amazingly designed, and it takes you through various themes, from a Yoshi theme area, to a library, to a factory. It's so detailed as well, and the amount of details and Easter eggs you can find are insane. This queue gives Disneyland queues a run for their money, and for me, beats them. Although, that just might be my personal bias. I'm not a huge Find the Easter Eggs channel, but here's just a few that I did catch, and some that I didn't. I'm not going to point out everything I saw, just a bit of my favorites. Throughout the Yoshi area, you can see Yoshis on the screens, although it's kind of hard to see in this shot. Wait a minute, look at that photo of Bowser. Yeah, it's the same render they've been using for almost a decade now, but take a closer look. You can't see it well in this video, but I have it on good authority that this photo of Bowser is signed by Shigeru Miyamoto himself. This isn't really an Easter egg, but you knew I had to take a photo next to the giant Bowser statue. The library is the fucking treasure trove of Easter eggs, my personal favorite being this book titled Inside Story, which, if anything, is confirmation that Nintendo hasn't forgotten about the Mario and Luigi series. Please bring it back. There's this book here which uses the SNES Super Mario Kart sprites for Mario, as well as the track layout for Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road. I didn't get this on camera, but on the other side there's this mobile which includes the planet from Gateway Galaxy. This book, Unbeatable Family Vacation Ideas, doubles as both a reference to Mario Sunshine and as a way of showing that Bowser, despite being a villain, still cares about his kid. There's sibling rivalries and how to exploit them, so the Koopalings are related, and we can tell from this book that Bowser's really going through it right now. This door that I really didn't get a good shot of is made to look exactly like the door that you go through before fighting Bowser in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The factory is cool, but it doesn't really have any explicit references to anything that aren't that obvious. This whole section is a huge love letter to MKTV, which is a feature in Mario Kart 8 that I thought was cool but was never expanded on. There's also a bunch of signs for the fictional sponsors in Mario Kart 8 that show up throughout the game, such as Galaxy Air. There are these racing suits that are modeled after the amiibo costumes from Mario Kart 8, and each of them has an item relating to that character. Mario has his Tanuki suit, Peach has her parasol, and most importantly is one that I didn't get on camera, Luigi has his Poltergust 5000 from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Finally, the loading area plays the Mario Kart Wii menu theme, and no, I will not shut up about that, the nostalgia! But hey, even if you're not a turbo nerd like me who can pick out all the references, just being in that line, soaking in the atmosphere of being in the Mushroom Kingdom is a lot of fun. It makes waiting feel a lot better. It feels like I'm in a world of my childhood. You can always look around and find a reference to something or a neat thing to look at and take photos of. It feels like walking through a museum. Okay, now on to the actual ride itself. I'm glad I went using early access on the second day because I got to ride the ride multiple times. You see, the ride is actually a game. It's a high score-based game. It uses augmented reality, so I can't show you the gameplay very well without me not being able to play the game. But essentially, it's a game where you have to turn the wheel at the correct time to get coins, aim by looking with the AR glasses, and shoot shells at enemies to get more coins. It's honestly a really fun experience if you go multiple times with early access or by going on more than one day, and it's fun to grind for a high score. My best score was 151.
I got 151. Let's go. I'm godlike. I'm so good at video games.
I know there's ways to get higher scores, and if I got a few more attempts at the ride, I'd probably get higher scores. The problem is that, unlike a traditional video game, you have to wait 3 hours between attempts if you don't have Fast Pass. Either way, it's a fun ride, even if it's not much of a thrill ride in the sense of it being like a roller coaster, but still, it's a really fun ride and it's fun to play the game. If I ever imagined Nintendo making a ride, it would be an interactive thing like this. And I hope any future rides that are added to Nintendo World use this ride as a blueprint. That being said, the game itself isn't even my favorite part of the ride. It's the locations and the music, as well as the characters. The ride takes you through many iconic Mario Kart 8 tracks, from the pipe maze of 3DS Piranha Plant Slide, to the underwater vistas of Dolphin Shoals, to the haunted Twisted Mansion, to the center of a storm cloud in Cloud Top Cruise, to the lava-filled ride of Grumble Volcano, and finally to the iconic Rainbow Road 64, each with its own music from the games. The ride is honestly stunning, even without the AR glasses. It's spectacular how much of the ride was actually physically built. They could have done the easy way out and just have made the whole ride in basically virtual reality, but they didn't. They actually built these locations from Mario Kart 8. The AR is just used as an add-on, mostly for the characters. And once again, the most fun part is just looking around you and enjoying the sights of the Mushroom Kingdom, but in real life. If anything, the ride is a spectacle and a love letter to Mario Kart 8. I really enjoyed it, and it, along with its line, is my favorite part of the park.
Well, that was Super Nintendo World. It's a fun place.
All in all, Nintendo World was a really fun experience, and I'm glad I went. While the ride is the really big thing, it's also just a lot of fun to look around the park and explore and soak in the atmosphere of being in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's a childhood dream come true. It's a fun park and easily the best theme park area I've ever been to, although I'm biased. I hope that if Nintendo World ever gets expanded into other franchises, they design it in a similar way, with lots of things to do. All in all, I'd rate my experience there like an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks so much to my family for filming parts of this video for me. This video wouldn't be a thing without them. Thank you for watching this video, and if any Universal execs are watching, get rid of Harry Potter World and add an expansion to Nintendo World in its place. I propose repainting Hogwarts as Hyrule Castle and turning the surrounding area into Hyrule Castletown. You'd make so much more money and you wouldn't be losing anything of value.